The Chief of Defense Staff has said people will be given the bloody nose. Let us see what happens. Nigeria must be vigilant. I think vigilance is the important thing because the international community is watching. They are already on the ground here. We cannot behave like a rogue nation.
Hi guys, no life of any Nigeria is what the ambition of any politician. Guys, don't allow any single politician to use you for violence in this election. As the Supreme Court adjourned the case between APC governors and the federal government till 3rd of March. Guys, these APC governors are not going to rest. Be careful out there. Don't allow them to use you and don't be an scapegoat because no Nigerian is more than any Nigerian. Guys, watch this video and hear what Rufai and his colleague has to say, and don't forget to share your thought with us.
Recall what happened in 2019 and let that be a yardstick when President Goodluck Jonathan at the time made that historic phone call 2015, my apologies, 2015, made that historic phone call to the current president, Muhammadu Buhari. Before then, in 2011, under the CPC, President Muhammadu Buhari had contested against him where he lost. And he had actually taken the matter to court, and violence broke out in some parts of the north where Human Rights Watch had announced that some people lost their lives. No Nigerian life is worth the ambition of anyone. And so what we're asking the leaders to do, if you disagree with the results or the outcome, go through the judicial process. At the end of the day, the party members, Nigerians as a whole, must decide that we want this country to work, and it would not be at the expense of anyone. If you have issues, please go through the judicial process.
And I was happy for the attendance for the peace accord signing, and I hope I get the time to be able to speak on this. Yesterday, a particular president was there, Uhuru Kenyatta, and Uhuru Kenyatta gave birth to the peace accord in Nigeria. Father Martin Cooker, Bishop Martin Cooker, did say that it was after the violence in Kenya in 2014 that they saw the need for a peace accord in Nigeria because they don't want something like that to repeat itself. And that's why they brought about the peace accord. And since 2015, we've been signing this. The truth has to be said. Nigeria has descended into a level of violence that is unprecedented. INEC offices burnt. All of this because politicians want power. But like I said yesterday, the true power the politicians are fighting for is in your hand as a voter, the people. And you'll have to ask the question, suffer never tire you? And you have to answer the question based on how you want to vote, whoever the candidate you want to vote for. But one thing is supreme in all of this: the peace and stability of Nigeria is greater than any ambition of any politician. And that's what we should all hold on to. And that's why I beg you, citizens, do not allow them use you for violence, because politicians will manipulate everybody to get their own gains at the end. In the end, it is about them. It is their game. It is their game of showmanship and supremacy, not in your own interest. So think about what is in your own interest. The peace and security and continued existence of Nigeria is on your own interest. So when they lose elections and whip up sentiments and say they are fighting for you, remember it is themselves they are fighting for. And I'm happy the Supreme Court threw them out yesterday by saying that we will not be a scapegoat in this jostling for politicians. Because now over a Naira policy, the state and the federal government are at loggerheads. You can see the politicians for what they are, trying to play around things yesterday to be able to get their own way in the end. So we'll wait till the 3rd of March and see how that pans out. Cases about jurisdictions on the front burner, contempts on the front burner, even adding CBN to seats on the front burner. Kanu Agabi made very valid arguments, just like Mr. Mustafa made other very valid arguments. It was a good one for intellectual minds. But the subtext is when politicians fight their war, they drag all of us along. But they forget that there is only one political class and only one class of the people. The people must speak in this election. Vote wisely.